Hi, I'm Nikki from Savvy Gardening, and today I want to talk about growing nasturtiums from seeds. Nasturtiums are one of my favorite annual flowers to plant in my garden, and growing them from seed is easy. In this video, you'll learn two methods for growing nasturtiums from seed and get my expert growing tips. Nasturtiums are heat-loving plants that are fast to grow from seed, but they're also super attractive with rounded leaves and brightly colored blossoms. Depending on the variety, nasturtium flowers are red, burgundy, orange, gold, pale yellow, purple, salmon, pink, or cream. Certain varieties have solid colored blooms, while others have eye-catching variegations, streaks, or splotches. The carefree plants thrive in garden beds as well as containers and bloom heavily for months. Plus, the pretty cup-shaped flowers are attractive to bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, and other pollinators. Nasturtiums are also a popular edible flower, with the leaves and blooms having a peppery flavor. I love them in mixed salads, where they add a welcome zing to more mild-flavored greens like lettuce. Nasturtiums are typically divided into one of two main types, and this is based on their growth habit, mounding or trailing. Mounding nasturtiums grow about a foot tall and a foot or two wide, and I like to use them as edging plants in my raised vegetable beds. Trailing, also called climbing nasturtiums, are vigorous plants that produce lengthy stems that grow 5 to 6 feet long. They make a great ground cover in garden beds, or use them to trail over the side of a large container or hanging basket, or direct their growth upwards on a trellis, fence, or tunnel. Don't rush planting nasturtium seeds into the garden in spring. They're best seeded or transplanted outdoors after the danger of frost has passed. And there are two easy ways for growing nasturtiums from seed. The first is to direct sow the seeds outside in gardens or pots. The second method is to start the seeds indoors under grow lights or in a sunny window. Let's look a bit closer at these two options. Direct sowing is simply planting seeds outdoors in garden beds or pots. Most gardeners direct sow nasturtium seeds, with the plants germinating in 7 to 10 days, depending on the soil temperature. Sow seeds 1/2 to 1 inch deep, spacing mounding varieties 6 inches apart and climbing varieties 12 inches apart. As for indoor seed sowing, I start many types of annual flowers inside under grow lights, but I don't bother sowing nasturtium seeds indoors. This is because they don't transplant well and are very quick to grow when direct sown. If you do want to start the seeds indoors, plant them a month before you intend to move them outside. As for caring for nasturtium plants, the frequency of watering depends on the weather, soil type, and how you're growing the plants. For example, container-grown nasturtiums need to be watered more often than those grown in garden beds. To determine whether it's time to water, stick your finger into the soil, and if it's dry 2 inches down, deep water. Nasturtiums have a well-earned reputation for thriving without fertilizer. In fact, too much fertilizer can promote excessive leaf growth and fewer flowers. My strategy with nasturtiums is to add a scant half-inch of compost to the bed before planting, and nothing else. For more advice and information on growing nasturtiums, as well as finding out my favorite varieties, head to savvygardening.com. Happy growing!